Hi, everybody. I'm Sue Tarrant. I'm the managing editor of Eyecare Business Magazine. It is day 3 of Vision Expo East in New York. We are in the Opticon Hub with Cynthia Bailey, who you, I'm sure, will recognize, model, actress, and star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she is on year 2 or 3 of her eyewear collection. She's here, number 3. She's here at the show, sort of promoting it. She just finished up a meet and greet. So I wanted to ask you, what you've done a lot of things in your life. What inspired you to get into optical, start an eyewear collection?
Well, to be honest, eyewear was just kind of a natural, organic, business for me to get into because I love eyewear. At this point in my life, I love readers. I can actually see, so that was great, and I wanted to keep readers. So I had a great experience with keeping see with my readers. Sunwear, I don't want to wear makeup all the time. I figure cool sunglasses is a good way to get through the airport. I travel to a lot of tropical places, so I love eyewear. I love sunglasses. I love all of it. So I decided, instead of wearing everyone else's, I would just do my own. On the show The Real Housewives of Atlanta, whenever I would wear some frames, my fans would all want to know, who makes your frames? Are those your frames? And I was like, you know what? Those could be my frames. Those could be Cynthia Bailey Eyewear. And Cynthia Bailey Eyewear was born.
Terrific. And you have a sun and ophthalmic.
We're working on opticals. I have sunwear and I have readers right now.
Okay, great. Obviously, those are yours.
Yes,
they're lovely.
These are my Baileys. This is one of my first original designs. We only started with 2 styles. So this is just to let you guys know, the other future entrepreneurs out there, start small and just work your way up. Now we have tons of styles, but it literally started with 2 different styles. And this is one of my first original styles, which is still my favorites.
And we were just talking, you're very involved in the actual design of the styles. Explain a little bit about the design philosophy of your collection. What it's
all right. Well, first of all, the Cynthia Bailey brand is all about quality but affordability. The Cynthia Bailey brand is all about quality but affordability. It was very important to me to put out a good product, but it not cost a fortune. I mean, I can spend a fortune on eyewear if I want to, but I actually don't want to. I really want a great pair of glasses that I can get anywhere from $100 to $300. I really don't like to go higher than that. In terms of creativity, I like styles that are, my own personal style is very classic, but at the same time with a little edge. I want things that have I love styles that have a little more longevity. In terms of trends, I don't want things that are too trendy because they go out of style the next season. So I really try to keep my styles classic.
Stick with the classics.
Yes, the Ralph Lauren's of them. You can't go wrong with Ralph Lauren because his designs are timeless.
Right. And speaking of trends, I wanted to ask you, you've been in the eyewear business now for a couple of years. You've been at the show here. What's exciting you about what's happening in eyewear now? Is it the trends or the colors?
Well, I'm just amazed. I'm amazed at what you can do with eyewear. I always feel like, how much can you do to a frame in a lens? But I've seen so many amazing designers here today that are incorporating, I see the rounds without the actual rims around them, and that just changes everything. They're mixing different, the wood with the metals. They're just mixing it all up. It's still every year, it just seems like they just keep recreating everything over and over. And again, just when I think, okay, well, what else could you do? I just feel like, there's just a lot of different ways that you can reinvent eyewear, and very inspired. I'm still one of the small ones at this point, but, I've gone over, to see the big dogs and, gotten a lot of ideas and a lot of inspiration.
Wonderful. I know you mentioned that you wear your own frames now on your show.
Yes.
Are you outfitting your castmates?
Oh, of course. Yeah, right. Of course. I have to say, all the cast have Cynthia Bailey Eyewear at this point, but I have to shout out Candy Burrs. She is definitely a huge fan of my eyewear. I just gave her some. We were just shooting the reunion in Atlanta 3 days ago, And every time I see her, she's like, I need more eyewear. I mean, she took them on tour. She had them with her when she was here in New York doing Chicago.
I have seen her rocking some shades.
Let me tell you something. I think Candy wears Cynthia Bailey Eyewear more than I do at this point. And I rock my eyewear pretty hard.
All right, so shout
she's
out to
kind of
Candy
like
Burris.
my girl. She's kind of like my unofficial brand ambassador at this point. But I get a lot of support from the ladies. I mean, Andy has them.
Right.
You know, I've gotten a lot of celebrity support, to be honest.
Awesome.
You know? I'm in a lot of those circles, and the first thing they asked me was like, "Can I get some glasses? Can I get some glasses?" So they love it. I did Watch What Happens Live with Tiffany Haddish. She like the next 2 weeks, every time she did press, she had them on. I was like, this is like a blessing from God. I can't believe, like, every time I turn around, she's wearing my Cynthia Bailey Eyewear.
That's awesome.
I've got a lot of support.
Yeah. And that's good news actually for the ECPs. You're trying to break into the ECP channel, so you know having your frames out there on celebs is going to help in that realm as well.
Oh,
so,
yes.
All right. So one last question. You mentioned the reunion.
Yes.
I know you just filmed that and went very late. I'm sure, as most of them do. So for your fans, can you give us a scoop? What happened in the reunion?
Oh, wow.
You know something happened.
I definitely think we'll have 3 episodes. That's number 1. Number 2, I had a good time. I had a good time with the reunion. For me, it's all about closure. But in terms of drama, I don't even know if they'll be able to air some of the things that happened at the reunion, because it got a little, you know, a lot of things had to be addressed. I mean, I wasn't so much in the hot seat or in the fire, but there were a lot of things that happened this season that I had very strong opinions about, and I definitely threw myself in the flames with everyone to talk about it.
All right. So something to watch for. That's going to be in a couple months, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in a couple months. So something to watch for. Okay, so thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you.
And best of luck with your eyewear. Thank you for following Eyecare Business.
Love you guys.